Good morning, students. Namaskar. Today we are going to discuss John Keats's La Belle Dame sans Merci. The title may seem strange to you since it is derived from French language and the meaning of the title is The Beautiful Lady Without Mercy. So as you can see in the image itself, you can see a knight, a young, handsome knight. Knights were men of respect in medieval England. And you can see a beautiful woman who is trying to lure the knight into her arms. She's trying to cast a beautiful love spell over the knight. So, in this poem by John Keats, you know, you notice this prevalence of love, the dark side of love, love that is connected with death, love that is connected with obsession, love that is connected with magic, right? So, this poem highlights the theme of medievalism in romantic poetry. Romantic poets like P.B. Shelley, Lord Byron, John Keats, they were highly influenced by medieval legends and stories. So, therefore, in their poems, they recreate that medieval, that magical atmosphere that cast a magical spell over the mind of readers. So, while reading the poem, you will be transported back to 13th and 14th century England, where you see knights, where you see, beautiful ladies, enchanting beautiful ladies, and how knights are, lured into their magical love. So this poem, it illustrates how this young, handsome knight is, is he feels attracted towards this young woman, and in the end, he faces rejection. In the end, the lady rejects him. So, this is the story of the unrequited love, the incomplete, unfulfilled love of the knight for the lady. So, let's see how it goes. Oh, what can ail thee, knight at arms, alone and palely loitering? The sedge has withered from the lake, and no birds sing. Oh, what can ail thee, knight at arms, so haggard and so woebegone? The squirrel's granary is full, and the harvest is done. So you see, there are two people involved. There is a traveler, and he sees this knight. You know, he sees this young knight who is all tired and listless, without any focus. He's lying on the ground without, he's tired, and there is a look of confusion in his eyes. So एक traveler आता है और वो पूछता है नाइट से कि तुम्हें हो क्या गया है. The season is full, it is autumn, everything is done, शाम हो रही है और मैं जब तुम्हें देख रहा हूँ तुम बिल्कुल confused, listless, इतने थके हुए से यहाँ पे पड़े हुए हो. What is the reason behind that? तुम्हारी ये जो पेन है, जो anguish है, उसका रीजन क्या है? मुझे बताओ. I want to listen. I see a lily on thy brow, with anguish moist and fever dew, and on thy cheeks a fading rose fast withereth too. So the traveler says that I see a lily on that brow. So lily, the flower lily is white in color. It is pale. So the traveler says you look pale. तुम्हारा complexion फीका पड़ गया है, चेहरा फीका पड़ गया है. Where are all your emotions? Why are you so confused and emotionless? What is the reason behind that? With anguish moist and fever dew. So the poet here uses an oxymoron, right? He says anguish moist. Anguish, pain. How can pain be moist? How can fever be full of dew? Right? So the night he is sweating, he has fever, and there is some pain in his eyes which he cannot express. So the traveler is intrigued. He feels curious on seeing the night, and he wants to know the reason behind his pain, behind his sorrow. Again, the mood of the poem is sorrowful, you know. So here in the next stanza, the knight begins to tell the truth, the story, a painful memory to the traveler of what happened to him. I met a lady in the meads, full beautiful a fairy's child. Her hair was long, her foot was light, and her eyes were wild. So he describes the physical beauty of the lady whom he met. The knight says कि मुझे एक ऐसी लेडी मिली थी कुछ दिन पहले. She looked like a fairy's child. जैसे कि एक परी की बेटी थी. A fairy's child. So there was some supernatural quality associated with the beauty of the lady. Her hair was long. She was really beautiful, as you can see in the image. उसके बाल कितने लंबे हैं, you know. Her foot was light. She was really thin and slender. She was really beautiful, and her eyes were wild. So there was some romance about her eyes. I was completely attracted towards her physical beauty. That is what the knight wants to say. I made a garland for her head, and bracelets too, and fragrance zone, and she looked at me as she did love, and made sweet moan. So the knight instantly falls in love with the lady, and he makes certain beautiful things like garlands, bracelets for the lady in order to impress her, in order to win her love. And she also tries to suggest in her own strange way that she loves him back. I set her on my pacing steed, and nothing else saw all day long. For sidelong she would bend and sing a fairy song. So, although he cannot understand the language of the lady, yet he is completely obsessed in love. You know, he is completely drawn towards her, and he set her on her steed. Steed means horse. उस knight के पास एक horse होना, तलवार होना ज़रूरी है. So, वो अपने horse पे उस lady को बिठाता है, उसे घुमाता है, and they both are completely drawn towards each other. So he saw nothing else all day long. So the phrase nothing else is really important. This shows the obsessive quality of knight's love for the lady. कि knight को उसके अलावा लेडी के अलावा और कुछ आसपास दिख ही नहीं रहा है, इस कदर का strong attraction है towards the mysterious fairy lady. She found me roots of relish sweet and honey wild and manna dew, and sure in language strange she said, I love thee true. So she found certain mysterious things for him to eat, which he really relishes. And in a strange languages, she confesses his love for the knight, and she says, I love thee true. वो क्या कह रही है नाइट को समझ नहीं आ रहा है. नाइट समझ रहा है कि क्या पता ये अपनी भाषा में कह रही है that she loves me. ओके, सो चाहे वो लेडी उसे कुछ भी कह रही हो, पर नाइट इतना ऑब्सेस्ड है लेडी से दैट ही थिंक्स कि लेडी मुझे कह रही है दैट आई लव यू. यू नो, समटाइम्स व्हेन यू आर सो ऑब्सेसिवली इन लव विद एन इंडिविजुअल, वो आपको चाहे कोई भी हिंट दे, आपको ऐसा लगता है कि नहीं, वो आपको आपसे प्यार ही एक्सप्रेस करना चाह रहा है. सो दिस इज द काइंड ऑफ ऑब्सेसिव लव दैट द नाइट फील्स फॉर द lady. She took me to her elfin grot, and there she wept and sighed full sore. And there I shut her wild, wild eyes with kisses four. You know, so she took him to a mysterious place, elfin grot. She took him to a cave, okay, and she, you know, sang of certain sorrowful things. She wept. So, and there develops a romantic relationship, a physical relationship between the lady and the knight. You know, in order to gain attention from men, women often cry, they sing lamentful songs. So, this is how the lady also enchants the mind of the knight. And the knight wants to comfort her, wants to say that he is there for her. That is how, you know, there develops a physical affinity between the knight and the lady. He wants to soothe her down, he wants to calm her down, he wants to take care of all her sorrows, as men in love generally do. And there she lulled me asleep, and there I dreamed, ah, woe betide, the latest dream I ever dreamt on the cold hills side. So, since she was a fairy lady, her identity is not fully known to the knight. She lulled him asleep. ओके, तो उसकी प्रेजेंस में नाइट को अपने आप ही नींद आ जाती है, और जैसे ही नींद आती है एक सोरोफुल सपना आता है, एक बहुत ही भयंकर दुखदाई उसे सपना आता है. और सपने में वो क्या देखता है? आई सॉ पेल किंग्स एंड प्रिंसेस टू. पेल किंग्स, पेल विदाउट यू नो एनी ग्लो, विदाउट एनी इमोशंस, सफेद चेहरे वाले. You can say that they might be dead. He says he saw in his dream, he saw pale kings and princes, pale warriors, death pale were they all. So they were paled by the horror of death. क्यों पेल हो गए थे वो सारे warriors, वो सारे princes? क्यों? Because they had all died. And perhaps the reason for their death was the lady. The lady's unfulfilled, unrequited love. They cried, La belle dame sans merci had thee enthralled. So what did they warn the knight? They warned him about the fact that he has been enchanted, he has been enthralled by the love of the beautiful lady without mercy. So the lady has no mercy for her lovers. She cheats them and traps them in her love and then abandons them. So this is the sad fate of the knight. That is why he is sad, because he has been abandoned by the lady he loves. I saw their starved lips in the gloom and with horrid warning gaped wide, and I woke and found me hoar on the cold hillside. And this is why I sojourn here, alone and palely loitering, though the sedges withered from the lake and no birds sing. So this is the reason why the knight is alone. He is, loitering palely. इधर उधर घूम रहा है बिना किसी emotions के, with full of sadness, because he has been abandoned by the love of his life. He has he has fallen into the trap of a beautiful woman who has this habit of abandoning people in the middle. So the poem showcases the dark side, the mysterious side of love, how obsessive love destroys a person's imagination, creativity, and wisdom. So, John Keats indirectly hints that love has a dark side as well. You should be beware of not falling in love with an individual with whom you're obsessed. You should open your eyes and love a person with all your senses. You should not lose your identity in loving the person whom you admire. Thank you.